Hi everybody, Joel Kennedy with Kennedy Violins. So today's video is just a short video on some easy ways to practice your scales with the metronome when you're warming up every day. So a lot of people ask me, Joel, how do I use the metronome, or how do I, play my scales? And I always say same thing, play with the metronome and then play them a little faster. Well, here's a little bit more information. So I'm just going to give you a very simple rhythm set that you can use to practice your scales. So today I'm just going to talk about 2 octave, right? I'm just going to play 2 octave scales. So there's faster rhythms that you can play if you're playing like, 3 octave scales. But today I'm just going to cover, 2 octave scales. So let's just talk about the rhythm pattern really quick. So the point is that when you need to warm up, you need to start really slow and then you build the speed. So when you get your violin out and you really don't feel like playing, but you're gonna start playing anyway. And then by the time you're done with your scales and you're like, all right, I'm ready to play, okay? So the rhythm looks like this, right? So it's gonna be half notes, then it's gonna be quarter notes, then it's gonna be quarter note triplets, then it's gonna be eighth notes, then it's gonna be eighth note triplets, then 16th notes, okay? So I'm just going to show you how to do it. So, and I'll talk a little bit, and then maybe I'll just play through the whole thing so you can see the whole thing in action. Okay, so I'm going to put my metronome on 60, okay? You can put it on whatever speed you want, but that's just the speed that I'm putting it on right now, because it's a pretty good speed for a lot of people. So, let's say we're playing a G major scale. The first thing you want to do is you're going to have, these are half notes, so it's 2 beats per bow. Okay, and it's 1 note per bow. 2. Okay, now don't worry, I'll run through all the exercises. Then we're going to do quarter notes, and it's going to be 2 notes per bow, 1 beat per note. Then we're going to do quarter note triplets, right? You're used to eighth note triplets probably. These are quarter note triplets. Okay, that's 3 notes in a bow. 2 beats per triplet. Okay, well, don't worry, we'll talk about the rhythm. Now we have eighth notes. So that's eighth notes, so it's 4 notes in 1 bow. Then we have eighth note triplets, which is probably what you're used to for the most part, and it's 6 notes per bow. Then our last one will be 16th notes, where we're going to play 8 notes in a bow, 4 notes per beat. Okay, so let's just talk about a few characteristics of this exercise, things to keep in mind so you're consistent, and then I'll just go through the entire thing. Okay, so 2 parameters that you want to keep in mind. Number 1, you should use mostly your whole bow. Use the whole bow for every exercise. This is going to teach you bow controls, right? Because sometimes you're going to be moving your bow a lot faster, but you're still going to keep your bow straight, and you're going to use the whole bow for your down bows and your up bows. So you're going to be learning bow control at the same time as you warm up, right? The other thing is that you want to make sure that you repeat the top note. Always repeat the top note, okay? And every note, changes on the beat. But make sure you repeat the top note of the pattern. Okay, so I'm just going to play through the whole thing, and then we're going to talk about the triplets really quick, because that's probably the pattern you'll have the most difficulty with. Okay, so I'm going to put the metronome actually on 65. I'm going to speed it up a little bit just for time. Okay, actually I'm going to put it on 70. Okay, so here's the whole exercise, right? Half notes, 2 beats per note. Whole bow, no vibrato. Keep your fingers down. Don't pick them up. Now move your first finger. Keep those fingers down. Then repeat that top note. Keep that one down. Now move your one over. Now quarter notes, 2 beat per bow. Still using whole bow. Repeat that top note. Now triplets. Eighth notes. Full per bow. Eighth note triplet, 6 per bow. Repeat that top note. 16th notes. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so let's talk about these quarter note triplets really quickly. That's what gives people the most difficulty. So you're used to probably eighth note triplets, right? Triplet, 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 right? So 3 eighth notes for 1 beat. Pretty easy. Triplet, triplet. Okay, but now we're going to be taking 2 beats to do 3 notes, right? Triple, let, triple, let, triple, let, triple, let. 1, 2, triple, let, triple, let. Okay. Couple things to notice. Every time I start the grouping, it's on the beat. So for triplet, it's always on the beat. So triple, let, triple. So you're aiming for the beginning of the next triplet. Triple, let, trip. And then the 3rd quarter note occurs on the upbeat, right? Up, down, triple, let, triple, let, triple. Let, triple, let. Okay, but it's a little bit easier when you're playing, because when you're playing, you can define that triplet with your bow, right? So every time you start the 3rd beat, you're going to be changing your bow. So. One, 2, 3, triplet. So the trick really is to make sure that you think ahead for when you have to change your bow. It's got to be on the beat. If you think ahead and you plan it and try to make the distance between the notes exactly the same, right? The distance between 1 and 2, the distance between 2 and 3, make them symmetrical as you can, you'll get better and better at it. It takes a little while, so be patient with yourself. It usually takes students a few weeks before they get really good at it, at least, right? So, thinking ahead. Okay, so that about covers the triplets. Okay, guys, so that's the exercise. It's a very, very common exercise, believe it or not, in case you didn't know. So, but remember, it's just half notes, and then quarter notes, then quarter note triplets, then eighth notes, then eighth note triplets, and then 16th notes, okay? Now, there's a couple patterns that are faster than that, and we would generally use those when we're playing 3-octave scales. That's for another video. So, and just remember, keep your bow straight, try to use the whole bow, and if you're having difficulty with the faster patterns, just practice them slower, you know, and then build up your speed. But it's very, very important when you're warming up, make sure that you warm up very slowly. You're very conscientious about your pitch, about your rhythm. You're using it with a metronome, And this scale will help you know where to put your fingers, and it'll help your pitch, help you get warmed up, and then you'll feel a lot better about, you know, going on and playing your more fun things, right? Your pieces, and I don't know, maybe your etudes, probably not. So guys, I hope this video helped. Remember, if you have any questions or anything like that, just put them in the comments below. Like and subscribe. These videos are for you guys, so if you like it, then subscribe and let me know. With that, I'll bid you guys adieu, and I hope you guys have a great day.